being nice. You're an absolute moron.
Huh?
Did you hear what I said?
The truth is, you're as dumb as they come.
Hello, freaks. There's not a soul here right now. Nobody's typed a word yet. Somebody type something in. Somebody type something in. There's gotta be somebody out there. Jesus. Hey, there's Haley and Tracy Antioch and Fishing. And it's Phyllis Watson. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, Haley sent me an article and it had the name of the street. Remember that case we did last night? Brenda Lacombe. And I was trying to spend like, I don't know, 5 minutes looking for the rocks. And I remember it right when I first started, that first part I looked at, I was like, man, that looks pretty good. And then it actually had the name of a road that it was near. So that first spot that was called Sherry Road right here. So it was near that road. Yeah, so it matched the spot that I was really focused in on at the beginning because it looked right. But I just didn't spend a lot of time. So now that I knew because of the article, it said Sherry and Little Country Road. And so it was kind of cool. I went down here like this. Here, let me go show you. Hold on. Yeah, so it's this image right here that I was looking for. You know, it has a rock, a small rock, and another one like this. So I was kind of just, started over here, started going down the street. And, the thing is now, I probably won't be able to find it again, but I have a pin where I found it. Yeah, it was right kind of where I just had it. So if you go down to Street View, right there, and you look right here, see that? Look at, watch. I don't know if how easy this will be. Let me maybe make it like this. That'll probably be better. So see that rock is this rock, and then this one is this one, and then that one is that one, and this one is this one, and this one is this one. And so that means it's 100% the spot where, it's like 80 yards from the street over there, the main road. And so somebody just drove over here and then put her body on the other side of it. I mean, we're assuming that they're memorializing the actual spot where she was found right over the rock wall. So there you go. So now at least we have that in the, on the map. I was actually looking at that spot. I thought that looked like a good spot because it's sort of yesterday, because you just sort of pull off and then quickly do something, and then you're out of there. And it's also the, farther, it's kind of more rural over there. But anyways, yeah, we went right by it yesterday. I just didn't really do it as quick, look at it as, when you're doing a show, it's hard to, just sit there for 30 minutes looking around. Man, it just seems so dead in here again. Are you guys not here? Type, everybody. We're 6 minutes in and we've got like 9 comments. Not good. Yeah, I didn't find the memorial, but I mean, when I'm looking at it, there's no memorial on it, but it's the same rocks. So, anyways, that's all I had for that. I think that was probably the most interesting one of them all. The older lady that was killed. That one was kind of Jean Roslab or whatever the hell the name is. That one's hard to say. That one was kind of interesting. And then that little girl that was missing. And then somebody put her body back right where people had already searched, like overnight, So there you go, you guys. Location is evidence. But hey, guys, this is another show. We're currently at 0000000 all the way across the board. So if you have the ability to help support the channel, that would be awesome. It's always good to have a better start. If you don't have a good start, it's hard to make it. I think it's right in there, right? That's weird when I don't have it was on the map. Just a second. Yeah, it was right there. Yeah, so there's all these people on Twitter that are just so clueless, and they think they're so super sleuthy, and so it's embarrassing watching them. They're remember how I told you guys how they flipped the video horizontally, and it wasn't law enforcement, it wasn't the prosecutors. That's how it was recorded. That on one of the cameras, the image was flipped, mirrored. I'm sure that's a setting on the camera, and it was mirrored. And they're saying, "Oh, look at they're lying again." What do you mean they're lying? What did they gain from that? I mean, what is there to gain from having like in this case? There was another one where another case where the surveillance was flipped, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, right-handed or left-handed. This doesn't mean anything, okay? The camera was just flipped. It doesn't help. It actually makes them look sort of mildly incompetent that you didn't, fix it and then say, okay, now this one was recorded flipped, so we're putting it like this. But if you read the numbers, here's the time frame on it. It sort of makes you think that they didn't go there and weren't aware of where the steps came down. And I've talked about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you got these clowns acting like it's new, discovered information. And it just isn't. I mean, it's, All right, guys, still at 0000000 all the way across the board. Yeah, so I have it right here. Hey, thanks, Snow Chris. Hey, Gray. Let's see. Thank you for your show. Hope everyone is having a nice evening. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, maybe I'll make it a little bigger. So I think I've made it where it's really easy to understand now. Okay, I mean, it's been easy anyways, but I'm going to put this video out probably tomorrow or something like that. And it won't get any views. It'll get like 800 views, and all the conspiracy nutters will get 75,000, and they're full of shit, and I'm not. All right, so here comes the... let's see. Right over there is the Dodge Challenger. This is at 8:22 in the morning. drives by right here about 8:23 and a couple seconds or so. And then after it drives by here, I do something different. So now I kind of do this little thing where I show the dots going around. This is where the car went. Ding, 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 ding. All the way around like this. And then it turns. I mean, I had the one with the car driving too. But. And then right here goes into the garage, right there. And then once the vehicle goes into the garage, there it is right there. And then I'm also going to show an angle from the side where it kind of highlights over on the far right. See how it lights up? That's the level that it goes in on. And Tyler drives into the parking garage right there, right? So here he comes into the garage. And then Tyler drives one level up to level 2. So after you see him here, he goes up to a level. Now he's on that level 2 now. And he's driving. And then I'm going to highlight that level. See that? And then he's going in that direction in the parking garage. So there he is. And then he parks. And he parks kind of behind that wall, so I just have a little red dot, sort of. He parks behind the solid area over there. And then he gets out of his car. Which one's creepy? What are you talking about? And so then right now Tyler's walking, and I'm just saying he heads to exit on level 2. So he heads to the exit. And this is him just walking out of the building. And so he's going to come out again. That's that same level. I'm putting the level that he's on. He comes out on the street now. And then from there, you see him walking around like this. And then Tyler goes to the amphitheater and talks with TPUSA members over here. So apparently he talked to him, probably like, hey, when's he going to start, you know? I mean, those would be really interesting witnesses. And then Tyler heads back to the garage at some point. You know, I don't know how long, you know, this is all they said in the hearing. And then he enters back into the garage on level 3, way back there, and then he walks down towards the stairs again. Now he's going down the stairs. These are the ones you had to flip. Corrected video, UVU camera setting, flip video horizontally. Then he comes down and out, and then he walks into the center of the parking garage, and he walks towards his vehicle inside of that garage. So there you go. So that's after he went down those stairs, and then he came down and took a right. If he turned left, he would have been back outside again. And then he makes his way over to his vehicle. Yeah, it's just, he kind of sits in his car for a while in here. Are you talking about a storm, you guys? All right, so that's him in the car, and he's heading, now I'm showing he's on that same level. He's going this direction, and then he's going to go down to the first level. So he drives down a level again, and he'll go right out to that first level that we saw him driving in earlier. And then again, it lights up, and he comes out like that. So does that make it kind of easy to sort of follow? Like, and then he exits at 9:33. You know, that's weird how that one's so clear. That one you almost, I would think the original video, you could probably see that clearly, because that actually looks like Tyler still, you know, like just the thinness and everything. But like the original video, I bet you, is a hell of a lot clearer than that, where you can actually make him out in the car. You know, this is recorded off of a screen, off of a screen, off of a screen. But I bet you that one has a really clear shot. And then as he goes out, he drives this direction. And then we don't know exactly where his car was parked during this time frame, but I think it's inside of this, you know, red circle somewhere is where his car was parked. Or, you know, near, right in this area anyways. And then after that, he does his dry run. So you see him walking from generally that area there. And then here he comes. And there's really only about 25 minutes after that first time he went on campus until this is his dry run. You know, so he went and checked, hey, when's it going to start? And now he's going to do a dry run. He thinks he can sneak one in before the real event. I don't know what case you're talking about. I don't know what one they're talking about. You're just saying that one that they were mentioning. If I saw them mention it, I would know what they were talking about. Which case are you talking about? Just say the name of the person, you know. Hey, thanks, Tracy Antioch. And you still see him walking in the distance, and then this picks up where he would continue walking. Sometimes it feels like if you're, the way I had it filmed, actually walking it, you don't really sort of picture it on a map. Oh yeah, that crazy serial killer one, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the way you guys were talking about it didn't make sense to me. It's like father and son, you know, killing kids or whatever. I don't know. It's like they were adults that they killed. And then here he comes in, you know. So I mean, if we go back just a little bit here, see, look how like this makes sense, right? So you see him walking down there. And then he walks around just like this. And then I think it's pretty cool because I have it over here where he goes down the street. And then right there I switch over to the surveillance footage, which is right there, because that is surveillance shot. So there he is. I got that mouse stuck on the screen again. And then right at that point I switch back over to the dotted. And there he goes. And then he goes into where the tunnel is, and there he is. Into the tunnel. And then here he goes. And he goes up the stairs. And right here you can see he intentionally keeps his head down because there's a camera there. See that? Yeah. And then he goes out.
He went to Chick-fil-A in the Sorensen building and purchased some food. Sat.
So it's like right when he goes out, he then goes to Chick-fil-A, right? So that's kind of what's going on here. So
he went to Chick-fil-A in the Sorensen building and purchased some food, sat and ate the food. From there, he moves across campus, out across Campus Drive into a wooded area on what would be kind of the northeast side of Campus Drive.
So this is what it's doing.
Then returns back onto campus. We noticed at this point that he's no longer carrying the backpack that he was originally wearing. He moves through the Gunther building and the computer science building, then goes across to the railing that gives access to the roof of the Losi building.
From there?
From there, he comes back down the stairs and walks off campus from that point.
So he heads off
And
somewhere
what
over there.
time was it?
It was just prior to 11 a.m. when he walked off campus.
Okay.
And then I have this one in here. So look at this is 11:10. Dodge Challenger is not there. So this is 11 minutes later. That's not there. And then, right in that spot right there, here's where the Dodge Challenger is. I guarantee you that's his car. And then 11:26, it's still there. So it was 11:18, 11:26, and that's just kind of where this one ends. I think I need to work on this part a little bit here, make it a little bit better. You know, maybe have dots, and then start doing that. Because I don't know how we walk to all these different places. All right, I see what you guys are saying. You know, the serial killer case. That would have got me right onto the right case. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. This with a unique gun, but engraved bullets. How much more of it? Yeah. Yeah, well, here's the thing is, anybody out there that believes what Candace Owens is saying is an idiot. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I've tried to explain it to you a million times. If you believe what Candace Owens or Baron Coleman are telling you, you are a gullible sucker, okay? Somebody whose brain doesn't work. And it's sad. And they prey on those people. So why don't you show them that your brain actually works and start challenging them on the shit that they're saying. Because you can ask me anything in here, and I can give you an answer for it. Unless you ask a question that's a conspiratorial thing like, hey, well, what about Fort Huachuca? Yeah, I don't give a shit, man. I've never talked about Fort Huachuca. I don't give a damn about Fort Huachuca. Right, Haley? What did she say up above? She said, yeah, tell them what's up. There you go. Or they believe he didn't, but he's no, but it's I don't really. The whole Patsy means he didn't do it. Yeah, they believe he didn't, but he's a patsy. Yeah, like they think he was just sort of set up in the area, right? And it's just garbage. And these people come up with the craziest, like, comments on Twitter trying to... Yeah, it's almost hard to understand how a brain works the way that theirs work on Twitter. I mean, maybe I should go try to find some of those. But I think this is just crystal clear. See, these people are confused. Like, they'll say stuff like, what about the missing time? How come he goes in? Because when they put this out at court, this is what they did. When they put it out, it went like this. Let me go to right here. So see how he's walking out like that? The next shot that they gave in court was, hold on. I think I skipped right over it. So he's going out right there. That's right. And then he comes back later. Yeah, I think what it was in court, they had this one right here. It was sort of confusing the way they did it. I mean, I guess I can't even find where it's confusing anymore because I fixed it. I don't remember the spot. I know. I think I know where it was. It was this one right here. Let me skip around. So right there when he exits, right? Then the next shot we see this one right here. He's coming down. It's like, well, where the hell's that? Well, that's after he had already been on campus for like an hour. Okay, and he came in on the 3rd floor and is going down to the 2nd floor and is now going to his car. So it took me a long time to actually figure it out because they clumsily put it together. You know, this is the same, this is what they do. Whenever you have prosecutors and state people, I always feel like I can do better than they do. Like I could explain it where it made sense. And by the way, you have to flip the camera around. I mean, this is correct right here. But they didn't, there was nothing in between, so the surveillance they had just skipped right to another shot of somebody coming in. But hey guys, we're 26 minutes in and we're really struggling again, so if you guys have the ability to help support the channel, that would be awesome. Maybe get a challenge going, something. Yeah, I spent most of the day working on this thing. Yeah, so it goes all the way. I think I need to work on this part a little bit more. You know, it just kind of shows where he was. You know, apparently he was in. So when he went back there for his dry run, yeah, he comes right by here at like 10:07-ish. And obviously from here he walks right across that little wooden bridge. You can see right there. Then comes around, goes this direction, goes into the tunnel. And then we see on the video where he goes through the tunnel, then up the stairs, and then he comes out right there. And then he walks this direction. And then you can see right there, to get up on the same level over here, you just literally, it's kind of a strange thing because you got this driveway here, right? So let's say you're down in here and you're down in the driveway. Well, you go down like this and there's no way up there. But just before that, if you just kind of step up on the curb and go up here, then you walk this direction. Now you're up above, and then you can, you know, from up here you can get down there many different ways. And as a matter of fact, from there, that's when he went into there to get his Chick-fil-A, because it's right inside this building. So he would have just walked like this, came up, walked around, came around this corner, went right in there to get his Chick-fil-A. And then after getting the Chick-fil-A, he walks to the wooded area. So how would he get to the wooded area? There's, you know, probably the easiest way to get to the wooded area from there, and one that wouldn't show up really up on camera, would be come back this direction and then walk just like this up here and then across the street, and he goes to the wooded area. After he went to the wooded area, he exited the wooded area, and he didn't have his oh yeah? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd like to. The Brightigan case is one that I covered the whole time, but I didn't, Cindy. So why bring it up? Now we're all thinking about that one. You always do that. It's just such a strange. Anyways, he comes up here, goes over to the wooded area there, and then he yeah. See how now Paulette's talking about it. Oh, hey, wow, let's start tomorrow. Hey, wow. It's just so rude how you do that every time. Just watch what we're doing, and you can send me a Facebook message if you want it to be about something else. God, it just sucks. So anyways, comes up here, goes into the wooded area over here, and then apparently exits the woods without his backpack on. All right, and then from there, somehow, we don't know how he got there, but he's inside this building over here. And he, you know, so maybe he walked around and kind of got in there. Who knows, right? And so from here, he walked across inside the building over here. This is the I forgot the name of that one. Hold on, I have it in here. Oh yeah, there it was. I was on there. Miraculously. Yeah, it's the Gunther building, and then the computer science building is right over there. So he was in the Gunther building, and then he walks over to the computer science building, and then from there he makes his way out onto this little sort of bridge area here, and then he makes it to right there, and he stands right here. So he's sort of checking out where he's going to go, right? And then from there, he goes down the stairs, he said, after listening to it again. So that means from there he went right down these stairs, and I think at that point he exits campus. Now, do they show him, walk like this again? And where did he go? Did he walk around over there? I mean, I'd love to know what direction he walked, but I remember them saying he walked to the northeast of campus area. Now, somewhere in the testimony. And then from there, he would go over to this area. So he would have walked over here where his car was parked. Okay, and so on his dry run, I think he parked his car like right around in here on one of these streets, just right around there. Because we see him walk by right there. Okay, and so then when he makes his way back to his car, so let's say he leaves campus at 11:59. What time do you think he would make it to? So let's say they say he leaves campus at 10:59. Excuse me. What time do you think he would make it over to a vehicle that was parked over here? What time do you think? I mean, just just kind of looking at this length, the walking all the way over there. So 10:59. How long would it take to get to a car parked right over there? Anybody? Hello? Anybody? God dang it. Yeah, I think I would say, well, here's the thing. Just for a reference, watch. From right here, see where I am right there? It took 10 minutes to walk from there around like this and to get to right there. So if you're over here, depending on how you would go, I'd say 7 minutes or so to get over there, because it's hard to say if he went through people's yards through the woods, or did he kind of go over here and walk around. So let's say it was like 7 minutes. So that'd be 10:06. Right now, who knows what he does at his car? But the interesting thing is right up here, this spot right there, there's no vehicle parked there at 10:10 or 11:10. Excuse me. There's no car there at 11:10. So he would have got back to his car at like 11:07 or so. 11:06 or 11:07, and then there's no car here at 11:10. And then at 11:18, there is a car parked there, and it is his vehicle. All right. Now you might say, "Well, Gray, that's just speculate." You can call whatever you want to call it, but look, this is a 3D model of a Dodge Challenger that I purchased, and you can see has the exact same markings on it. And it's the same year and everything. Same make, model, everything. Everything's exactly the same. And it was parked there at 11:18. However, just before that, on another shot, this one, it's not there at 11. The time on that one was 11:10. Okay? I'm not sure what screen. There was a screen that actually had it on it. I think it was right there. So before it zoomed in, right there. September 10th, 2025 at 11:10. Hey guys, any chance you guys could help support the channel tonight? I mean, we're just absolutely struggling again. If I was a conspiracy nutter, we'd be doing great. I'm not, so we're not. Okay, so pretend that I'm doing conspiracies, and please help support the channel. We're currently only at $15, and that means we're at 1/20th of a nightly goal right now. Any chance you guys could help support the channel? Yeah, so this is at 11:18. See that? Boom. And then it's also there at 11:28, which is on another shot. This is another one. See this? Look at that. Boom. 11:28. It's still parked there. And the time is right, or 11:26, excuse me. So it's 11:18, 11:26. It's still parked there. That means it's incredibly likely that inside of this vehicle right there, Tyler Robinson is sitting in there. Because not long after that, after, you know, he's parked right there, he gets out of his car and he would just walk straight down like this, cross the street, walk this direction, and this is where he passes the sawtooth, I think it's right there actually. So from up there, right there, he walks this direction down, and then right over there, he is walking by the sawtooth wall. And there it is right there. So we see him walking by that one later, etc. And so, I mean, I think it just matches perfectly to, I mean, Tyler Robinson is almost never not on, well, I'm not sure what the word is, on camera. Like he's just, like you see him you almost can track him the entire time, and they have more than what we have. Well, thanks, Haley. Wow, somebody's going to do a 5 for 5-er. All right. Jesus, you guys, it's just been a nightmare. You know, especially when you spend the whole day making something and having so little excitement. All right, so we got a 5 for 5-er by Haley up there. If 5 people donate just one $5 super chat, she'll match all 5 of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the guy on Twitter said that the screwdriver is over here. He was saying, oh, the wall's too, right on the edge here, goes too high. I mean, these people are nuts, man. And when people say you can't see Tyler take the shot, what are you supposed to have? A camera every 5 feet in the world so it's sitting right next to him? If you can't understand the logic and common sense that you see Tyler Robinson in the stairway. Now, somebody did a debate with Candace Owens the other day, and he didn't bring up the most obvious thing, which is, well, his parents identified him as the person walking up the stairway. Not just Twigs, you know. His parents did. All right, so his parents identified him, and then the same person that looked just like that with the limp and everything, he comes walking around the front of the building over here and goes into the building. And then you see the same person with the limp coming up here, limping across, making his way to right there. Then he, that was at 12:15. And 12:17 climbs over this wall, and then we don't see him for 5 minutes. And then at 12:22, he gets up and he starts running. Now, a screwdriver is found right over here, right where he was putting it together. Then he runs across the roof, and then he lays down right over here, and he kind of shimmies himself over, and then he fires. Now, can you see the actual flame from the muzzle? No, you can't. Can you see, like, the recoil? No, you can't, because he's way over there. Okay? But he gets up right when the shot happens in real life. He gets up and starts running. So what, they put a blank in his gun and some other person shot? Hey, thanks, Phyllis Watson. You guys, we need 4 more of those if you could. We're trying to get to the challenge. We only have 1 challenge in here tonight. Any chance? This is what I hate doing this, you guys. I hate this. You know, having to ask over and over and over and over again. If you guys like my channel, you'll help do the challenges. If you just think, screw Gray, you know, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I hate having to shepherd these kind of things, and obviously we have to again because it was put up there and nobody did anything other than Phyllis. All right, we're trying to reach goals on here. We do this every single night because my channel, unlike others, has a huge focus on supporting true crime related charities. And in fact, we've given $305,000, which is 305 more than Candace Owens. All right. Something broke. Thanks, Sammy. It's crazy. Man. So anyways, to me, it's... I don't even understand people who say things don't add up. When people say that, I just look at them like, if you're a clueless nutjob, things don't add up. Okay? That's why. Hey, thanks, Sandy. All right, guys, we have an active challenge up there. If 5 different people donate one $5 super chat, Haley will donate 5 all by herself. Okay, so it's a 2-for-1 to get the support going. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find some of these. Yeah, there's this idiot named Diligent Denizen or something. He was just putting out all the same stuff that we put out months ago, but he's trying to make it a conspiracy. That guy's just these people are so stupid. Showing the exact same stuff that we've already done over and over. I don't know. Yeah, thanks for the challenge. Unfortunately, challenges only work if people do them. You know, that's the problem with it. I don't care if he's well known, Sandy. I didn't ask you if he was well known or anything like that. You always try to, I don't know what the deal is there. I don't know how he could be well known. He's an idiot. Okay, I mean, he's just a total, literally a stupid person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not many people here again. Yeah, nobody. I guess people don't like this case either. Yeah, I mean, I wish people would, that don't understand it, would just go, hey, Gray, tell me about this. I could give you the answer. I mean, I know this isn't, there's nothing confusing about this case at all. And that's exactly where the tent was right there. Here, look, watch. Ding, 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 ding. I just there was a one shot that Reuters took that was straight down perfectly, and look at how I put it right on top of that. So you know exactly where it is. Yeah, that's all they do. I don't think he's well known. He's just a Twitter nutter. Yeah. They're embarrassing. They all just try to like feed off the same Candace Owens cult stuff, you know. Baron Coleman, all these other clowns. Every post they make is sort of like, hey, what about this? And it's always something so easily debunked, you know. Simple. No. I think people are just starting to talk about Horsch. Now, you know, we covered it, and then I'm sure it'll be, you know, more people will start talking about it. It's pretty crazy. I mean, did it look like my show was about Horsch when you joined in? Let's see. Right. Not sure what I was supposed to be doing. Man. Thanks, Phyllis Watson. Mm-hmm. That would be, I mean, maybe I'll try to do the, since I covered the Brightigan case, like maybe I'll do something where I can kind of, you know, like make the trial shorter or something. You know how I do it, where I cut it down to like 3.5 hours or something. I don't know if that'd be interesting for you guys. We could try doing that. I mean, I think that one's an interesting case, because that's the one where, like, he was married to this other nut job, Brightigan, and they set it up one night where he's dropping off his 2 kids for, you know, like they had shared custody, but he still had their baby. So the 2 kids that he had with this other woman, he was dropping off, and on the way back with his own child that he has with his new wife, a little infant, a tire was put in the road, and then he was ambushed and shot. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so frustrated with this whole thing. Hey, thanks, Haley. It doesn't matter that I covered it more than most. You know why? Because all these other clowns from the legacy media, they'll cover it, and boy, they'll get all the views, and the rest of us just sit around, hope and hope. Okay, that's how it works these days. The legacy media people get all the people. I'm just really frustrated with the way you guys are in here tonight. You might want to look in the mirror, Cindy, and wonder why sometimes people are grouchy. And you're starting off the show, you're really getting into explaining something, and you jump in with, hey, Gray, you're going to cover the... You know, it's just, God, it's ridiculous. I was doing just fine right before that. Let's see. Yeah, it's really frustrating when you say, "Hey guys, we just need five," and then everybody just sits there, and everybody knows that's kind of what we do. But it's okay. Whatever it is what it is. I can't make anything. I just hope. Yep. Yeah. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. Yeah. I saw you mention the first one, and then. I don't know. Did you guys ever cover it? What's woe? What does woe mean, Haley? I don't know what that means. Like woe to what? Could you find? Hey Jim, you're home for a while, I guess. No, it's okay, Sandy. You don't have to do anything. You know. I was thinking people would be interested in this because I spent the whole day trying to get the actual order in and having a map and things moving around and people could see it. No, she said whoa before you said that, Cindy. Oh yeah, the ambushing thing. So what's the next step for Robinson? Now they haven't done the trial, set a trial date. The next thing is for the judge to decide whether or not it was now was there probable cause or not. I mean, the judge is that's the most ludicrous thing I've ever seen in my life. He should have been able to immediately after that go, yeah, I find probable cause, and sped things up a month. Now he's, a month later, he's going to decide whether there was probable cause when it was so obvious. I mean, there was absolutely nothing to take your time on or see a brief or anything. He's either a complete moron or somebody who is so not confident of himself that he can't do it. I thought the judge was cool, but as soon as this little preliminary hearing gave you a glimpse into his style, and he just, yeah, he lost me as like I was sort of supportive of him, but I was totally supportive of him because he was making good decisions. But the way he was at that preliminary hearing showed that he's going to let himself be stomped on by the dumbass defense team, and because he's so nervous about making a mistake or this and that, that he can't even just do the things that are just common sense, logical. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we can, if you guys want, we can switch over like Cindy wanted us to do, since she kind of took everybody's attention off of this one, onto Bright again. I mean, I guess if it starts, I'm not going to do a live, I'll do the live on Tyler Robinson case when we do a trial, but Bright again, what I'll do is at the end of the day, I'll edit it down to like 3 hours, 3 hours and something if you guys want, and you can just watch it here, and we'll do it the fast-paced way instead of watching, the crumbling papers, the 47 hours of objections and this and that and the other thing. Would you guys be interested in that? Like, I guess the only way you'd be interested is if we go over that tonight, I guess. But I don't know, man. The whole thumbnail, everything in the video was about this case, you know. That's okay, Cindy. Don't worry about it. All right, let me see if I can go find my folder on it. It's going to be in my archives. How do you spell hold on a second. It's Jared Brightigan, right? All right, let's see. I got a whole folder on it. I don't have any. I mean, I don't know. There's no momentum on this. You know, everyone started thinking about other stuff. You know what I think is sad is somebody comes out. I love you too. I'll tell you what is sad is when, like this guy, you know, this dipshit, diligent, whatever, he goes out to Orem and he goes out there like the rest of us and he can't even be honest. You know, you invent conspiracy shit. You know, and then when he measured a distance, he drug it about like at an angle over here to make it a little bit higher. I don't know. He's just these people, you know, scary. All right, I think I got to go look for this. Let me let it. It found it, and then I saw another one pop up, and I was like, oh, maybe that's the one, because I was actually on court TV for the Brightigan case. Again, one of the only people that actually was putting stuff together the right way, you know. All right. Well, I do have this folder here. I wonder if we could just do this one. Do I have it in order? All right, let's try it. Let's see if I can just do it. Yeah, it was Shayna Gardner. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go over what people were saying and stuff.
If you reverse the image, the timestamps would be
I'll
reversed
show you
as
one.
well.
I'll show you one.
So something ain't adding up here. Here's level 2.
Something ain't adding up. Yeah.
All right, you guys, we caught the feds in another lie. So this is level 3, parking level 3 at UVU, where they have Tyler Robinson coming around the corner and coming down.
Now, they don't have him coming around the corner. They don't have him coming around the corner at all. As a matter of fact, he walked all the way. See, this guy, that's how stupid this guy is. Now, let me just go back there for a second. I'm all over the place now. Let me go back. I think there it is right there. See, look, here is level 2 is this one right there, right? So level 3 is this one. So he can't come around a corner because he's like 20 feet up in the air, right? You can't come around a corner, right? So the way he got in there was he went in right here, and then if you notice, watch, he walked this direction, keep watching, like this. And oh my God, he's on level 3 and then has to go down a set of stairs and then he can come out right there. So that guy doesn't even know what he's looking at because he's dumb, all right? And so we'll just keep playing it.
Down the stairwell, there's the camera right over here. But in the Fed version of their footage, this stairwell, which is actually...
Now, it's not the Fed version of the footage. It's the UVU campus version of the footage that they got.
On the left, which is actually on the left, On their version, it's on the right. So they have completely reversed this image.
See how he says it? They've reversed it as if like that's what they did. They went in and reversed it. And I keep tweeting him. I've tweeted him. I go, hey, moron, listen. What do you think what was the end game? Like when they reversed the footage, what were they going to get out of it? Because that's the key to a conspiracy, right? The key to the conspiracy is what are you going to get? You're going to gain something by flipping it. Okay? You're going to gain something.
And not only have they reversed the image, they have also doctored the timestamps. Because
They doctored the timestamp. No, idiot. On those cameras, they actually have a thing where you can flip the recording, right? So when they're recorded, it flipped it. It was a mirror image. And I don't know why they have that function, but the time code at the top, those are exactly how they were, right? And then you, and then that's just what it looks like. So to get it correctly, you have to flip it horizontally, and then the numbers are backwards.
if you reverse the image, the timestamps would be reversed as well. So something ain't adding up here. Here's level 2. Prove it.
Well, what's adding up is it was recorded that way. You kind of debunked yourself.
That the stairwell is actually on the left.
Yes, and idiot, we brought this up a month ago. You're way behind everybody. You didn't sleuth anything out. Okay? I mean, that's what I don't know. I get so frustrated with this kind of stuff. And what they do is they watch somebody and then they pretend that they just got it out of the ether. You know? If anybody can give me what possible motive would they have had to have flipped that? In fact, it's just that one camera on all 3 times it was used. Right? So why did they flip it? What would be the nefarious reason? There isn't one. As a matter of fact, it actually just sort of makes them not look good. Like, oh wow, you guys didn't flip it and tell the people, hey, the images are backwards because this was recorded in a flipped horizontal mode. And we don't know why they had it set that way, but that is part of the camera setting. And so we're flipping it, and that's why the numbers are backwards. That's what they should have said. All right, I'm going to go to the other one. But hey, guys, please help support the channel. We're an hour in, and we're not even at like a 6th. So it's going to be a struggle. All right, so let's just go through this as if we were just covering this. Let's see. So this is way back. This is all from then. That's weird. So they're looking for witnesses. It says a murder in Jacksonville Beach, Florida remains a mystery as police are begging for help finding out who killed a 33-year-old father of 4. His 2-year-old daughter was in the SUV, which was also struck by gunfire but wasn't hurt. An $8,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in his death is now being offered, according to police. Police identified the man as Jared Brightigan. 6 days after his slaying, detectives are opening up with news 4JAX about the case, hoping to cultivate more tips. So look at that. That's actually the tire. For the first time, Tuesday, investigators said the shooting was targeted. Detective Sergeant David Young with the Jacksonville Beach Police Department said Brightigan was shot to death next to the driver door of his SUV, which was also struck by gunfire. The man's 2-year-old daughter was inside, he said, and it's a miracle she wasn't hurt. Anytime there's a child involved, with a child could have been hit. Child involved with that's shitty. There's a reason he was stopped here. So like a tire was put in the road and he stopped. So I told everybody, I go, look, it's going to be related to the ex-wife, because that's the only person that would know where he's going to be right at this time. And then a person put the tire in the road, and that means there was a second person. So there would have been 3 people involved. One at the house saying, okay, he's left now. And then there's 2 more people that one's the lookout for his car coming, and the other one is the person who puts the tire in the road. Hey, Shauna, it's Tyler Robinson. It looks just like him. You're looking at the wrong videos. I'm sorry you've been duped, okay? If you make another comment regarding that, I'm going to remove you from the channel. Thank you. Whoa, Marty, jeez. Wow, that was really nice there. This has been it's been a brutal one tonight. Now let me show you. I'll show you on a map. I've already covered this. Yeah, so they were looking for witnesses in this general area here, but let's see. Yeah, right here is where Shanna Gardner lives with her new husband that she had. Hey, thanks, Phyllis and Haley, as in Haley's Comet, and Phyllis Watson, the granddaughter of whatever the guy's first name was with Watson and Sherlock Holmes. I don't know who that is. But thanks, Marty. All right, so this right here is Shanna Gardner's house. And Cindy, you better be watching here because we're doing this. All right, so here is Shanna Gardner's house, right? And so he came by and he dropped off, I think, the 2 older kids because they kind of share custody with the mother here. So, like, he dropped them off here, a scheduled thing, and then he takes off and he goes this direction. Obviously, I mean, they know exactly how he gets there. There's really only one way, too. I mean, so from his house, right? Like, he lives down here with his wife. So you get in the car, drive around, come up here. There's just kind of one way to do it. Yeah, that's right. Because you can't even turn left there. I guess there's another. You could somehow make your way over there, but this way you come up here, go this direction. Or it looks like you might be able to, like on one of these streets, turn maybe right there, and then you could maybe, that's not even a road, so I don't know. I think the way I have it's the way to do it. So you kind of have to go out of your way like this, and then come around. Now there might have been quicker ones like this, but the key part isn't that part. From her house up here, there's only one way out of there. You come down just like this. He does the same thing every time. They know it. Come down, straight down this road, and then when you make it down here, you would turn right and be able to get right back home. I think. Or, yeah, is that the way you go? Or maybe right here you turn left. I don't remember exactly the... Can you do that there? I can't remember. Ah, shit. Looks like is it changed since then? Let me go back. Let me look at this. Now it looks pretty much the same. So if he came out right there, what would he do? Turn right. But if he went right, how would he get back over there? So can he turn left here? Looks like it. So if you went left, and then here, yeah, and then you could take a right. How would he get onto that freeway right there, though? That's what I want to know. So he's right there. He gets on. He's on the freeway going that direction. But if he goes this way, I guess from here he can drive like that, and then there you go. So if he took that left, he could come over here. You'd be driving right there, and then go this direction, and then get on that freeway, go that way, and then turn right, and then go back down. Okay, so wow, that's pretty convoluted. But either way, that's how he gets out of there. Thank you, Marty. Yeah, and so right inside of here, when he's driving, somebody put a tire right in front of his car. Now you know that the person put it in front of his tire right before. Okay, because you wouldn't just set it out there and have 98 other cars drive by and then... and thank you, let's see. So thank you to Myalea, Phyllis Watson, and Haley.
Jacksonville Beach police are working to learn who shot and killed a young father of four. Gray Hughes.
I'm John Bachman.
His 2-year-old daughter was inside a vehicle,
yeah, they're right
and her father was shot and killed in the street. And right now, they're asking for anyone who lives along American Boulevard or any of these other streets nearby to check any home surveillance video you may have to look for that black SUV, which is the victim's car, between the...
And by the way, like, she was really... His ex-wife is really rich. You know, I can't remember exactly, like, her parents were, like, I mean, she's really rich, and that's why, you know, she'll probably get the best defense out there, and she just thought she could get away with this. She plotted and planned it with her husband, and her husband got some other guy to help out too.
Hours of 6:30 and 8:30 last night. Now, a few hours ago, we saw detectives. They were combing through the woods over in this area right there. This is Sanctuary Boulevard, where the victim's body was found.
He's unconscious, and we don't know why. We're en route.
Jacksonville Beach police were called to Sanctuary Boulevard last night after getting a call for shots fired. This is the black SUV that police centered their investigation around after determining a father of four was shot.
Yeah, so he must have parked his car, turned on the hazard lights because he was going to get out and remove the tire from the road. And when he did that, he was shot and he was found on the ground.
Killed in the street.
I just heard 4 loud gunshots. Well, there was people running back and forth and shouting, and
the 33-year-old victim was shot and killed in front of his 2-year-old daughter.
It is very tragic. This affects a lot of lives.
This all happening in an area that neighbors right now, anyone
urge the community to come forward with anything they may not.
All right, there's that one. Let's see what else. This happened back in 2022. So look how long they've put off the trial, and you know. And here is Jared Brightigan right there. That's his picture.
Few other news we're following here at home. The man that you see here is the father of 4 who was shot and killed in front of his 2-year-old child in Jacksonville Beach last week. Police identifying him today as 33-year-old Jared Brightigan. Investigators say Brightigan was gunned down near his car at the exit of the Sanctuary neighborhood. His young child was in the back seat and unharmed. Police are looking at a specific area for clues tonight, so I want you to take a look at this map. That's Jacksonville Drive to Sanctuary Boulevard to the JTB on-ramp and South Beach Parkway to the JTB on-ramp. Police say if you were in this area anytime between 7:15 and 8 last Wednesday night, call police whether you saw something or not.
And
there is now an $8,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest in this case.
see. Here's one in the New York Post. Florida dad shot dead in front of daughter, who's 2, in targeted killing. Software engineer Jared Brightigan, 33, was found dead next to his SUV in the normally quiet Lake Sanctuary neighborhood. I have surveillance footage too, by the way, so we'll be showing that. Officials said he had been shot multiple times at close range in February 16, and that it was a miracle the girl was not hit by gunfire. Brightigan's car had its emergency lights flashing when officers arrived, and there was a spare tire in the middle of the sheet. Detectives on the case said those circumstances suggest that Brightigan of St. Johns County may have been lured to his death. I don't know if he was lured. I think that's his route, and he just, oh, there's a tire, I got to remove it. Officials said Brightigan was driving a Volkswagen Atlas after having dropped off 2 of his children at their mother's house nearby. And that's how you know it. So, like, here's the thing. He's killed in his mother's neighborhood. And the part that I always told people was the tire on the ground is huge, because you couldn't just put the tire down on the ground and wait for an hour hoping that he's the next car. You'd have to know that his car was the next car, and somebody would be radioing ahead going, okay, he's coming, put the tire down. So there's another person just up the street. So, because you couldn't do it where right when he left the house, say, put the tire down. Because it takes a while, you know. So you need another person up the street. This is just my theory of what's happening. And you got to get it, you have to, so there's got to be someone near there looking up down the street and go, okay, here he comes. And then the other person puts the tire down, and there's no chance that another vehicle would stop there. Right. Okay. Well, that's his family. So it's these 2, this girl over here and this guy right there. Those are the ones that were being dropped off at his ex-wife's house. This girl here, I think, was still at home with his wife, and he took this girl with him. So he got killed. This girl was with him. These 2 he just dropped off, and his wife was at home with their baby. These 2 kids, this one and this one, are both the children of the ex-wife who's being charged here. Are you guys interested in this at all? I don't see a lot of commenting again. It's just... Father of 4 killed in mysterious close-range shooting. He felt it was targeted because of the tire being on the road, forcing someone to stop. Other than that, we can't speculate at this time. It could be for various different reasons. I was really surprised because I didn't hear anything at all, he said. I didn't hear any arguments or raised voices. Basically, all I heard was the shots. In the beach community, we have a lot of walkers and joggers, and we reached out to them as well as the residents to have them review their security footage so we can review all that and we can start putting things together as far as what was caught on camera or not, he said. And there's still an $8,000 reward. All right, and then I skip all the way to March, like 3 weeks later. Jackson Beach police. See, here's the surveillance footage. They're looking.
Father in Jacksonville Beach. Police are now looking for the dark blue Ford F-150 pickup truck in this video linked to the shooting death of Jared Brightigan. Jacksonville Beach police are sharing pictures and that video of the truck that they've linked to the murder of Brightigan last month.
Action News Jax, Kristen Rary joins us live at the scene of the
put in front of his 2-year-old daughter.
We gave everything we could to law enforcement, detectives. We
called it a vehicle of interest.
Oh my gosh, I just am so happy about the Jacksonville.
Yeah, let me see if I can, let me put this in here. Yeah, here we go. So I know where all of this is, every bit of it. So here's this intersection right here, and so here, let's see if I can, let's go up in the air and find where all this was, because I marked it down. It should be up here. Yeah, I think that first shot that you saw there is, let me go right here, hold on. Is that it? Yeah, that's right. So see this little shape here, this thing? It's the police department, if you can believe it. That's that right there. Okay, so that means the vehicle on this video here is heading by just like this. Going like that. And it had already been seen up back there, so I guess this isn't really in order. Or is it? Yeah, let's see. Okay, there it is again. I think I just redid the clip. Oh yeah. And here's some other ones. All right, boom. See that? So I actually found all these spots just based on that. So see that little yellow door there, and here comes the car. So we just saw the one at the police station. This one was over here. See, there's the yellow door. That camera was right, I think it's there, this camera up here, something like that, or maybe there's another one, maybe right there. But it was filming, there's the door 1202, then the car drives by right there. See? 1202 and drives by. And there it goes. Not sure why I keep playing it over and over again. And then there's other ones like this. Oh yeah. So there it drives by there. I think that one, there's a big tree, if I remember that. I swear this is 4 years ago, but I remember a lot of that. So it's this one right here. See that tree right there? That's this one. And let's see, so there should be across the street, if I turn around that camera, a wall and that kind of thing. All right, so go back. And there you go, there's the wall, etc. So, yeah, so there's a camera right back up, right there, it looks like. Looks like a 360 degree right underneath there. Filming through the tree back over to across over there. You know what's interesting about this, so let me show you this. All right, so I think there was only 3 shots, right? So there was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You want to see something crazy though? So that showed, I don't know if it, I think it shows the car is going straight when it drives by this. It's kind of like, it goes like this. I don't know if it turns, but I doubt it. But look at this. Look where Shanna Gardner lives right there. I mean, literally, you drive this way, you take a left, and you're home. Right? I mean, you're right there, right after the shooting. You know, so like after the shooting, I had this theory that the person actually parked over here on this little cul-de-sac and put the tire out, and then when that was done, ran across, got into his vehicle, and drove out just like this red green line is showing right here, and then up the street like this, all the way up here, and then right through this intersection, turn left, goes by that camera with the green door, goes down here, passes that scraggly tree, goes by the police station, and then goes around to the corner over here, turns left, and oh my God, you're right over at Shanna Gardner's house. Isn't that crazy? All right. Now, come on. Yeah, that's super chat worthy, right? Hey, thanks, Cindy, for gifting a membership. That was cool getting that back in my memory there. Now, I don't remember if that vehicle was one that the type of vehicle that the guy that they arrested drove or not. And this is the ex-husband, or no, her new husband, I mean. This guy. And this is right where the event took place, right here. And look at that, there's the tire in the ground, on the ground there. Not really sure what that was, but. And these are just some pictures of them. Thanks, Haley. Yeah, it just kind of ruined all their lives, really. Huh. Let me try to open this up. I do have a 3D Studio Max. Yeah, I might be able to make some cool animations and stuff for this. Now I got some new shit that I could do. You know? Because I have this software that you can download the 3D models on Google Earth. Let's see what this comes up with. Yeah, so I think tomorrow it's going to be, I bet the theory is that the ex-husband was a lookout for a guy named Henry Tenon, who pled guilty, but then he took away his guilty. He took it back. I'm not sure how you can do that, but. I'm not even sure what this is now. Let's see, is there anything on here? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see that's the route right there, but the map part isn't on there anymore. We'll just close that down. Well, there's also a PowerPoint. Let me try that one. All right, let's try this. These are all like 4 years old. It's crazy that they're still even open. Fiddles with the gadgets. Yeah. Ugh. Huh. Well, it's going to try. Let's see what we got in here. I think this might be where I put together surveillance footage. I don't know if it'll work, though. Yeah, it's hard to... Wow. That didn't work. So it's under G202301. I was kind of hoping I could just move this whole folder out of here. Or maybe I'll just create a whole new, I'll grab everything in this one and put it into a new folder. Let's see. God, it disappeared off the screen. Okay, it's all being pasted over there. Yep, went in there. Alright, I gotta go find that again and get the right name. If I don't have the right name, it won't work. You know, when you have like these references, when you do video editing, it has references to different places. All right, I'm gonna try. I think I spelled that right. Bride again, yeah, Bride Gann. Okay, there it is. Rename. Grab that. Change the name of this one. Copy, rename. There we go. All right, so now I have it back in my normal place here. And let's see if I can open that project now. Working on Jared Brightigan, PowerPoint. Come on, just work, man. Oh, that didn't work there. Was saved from a previous version of Adobe Premiere and must be converted. The original. Okay. So if I say OK, it's locating stuff. It doesn't have all those. Ah, crap. Yeah, I don't know where any of that is. That's probably not going to work. Shoot. Alright, well, I gave it a shot, you know. Hey, thanks for the jewels, Jim. I thought your stuff, your cards weren't working. Oh, those are the free ones, right? You know, I have this saved 4 different times. It's crazy. How many files are in this one? I mean, I'm sure there's a more updated version. Yeah, I'll try that one. What's your base for there, Cindy? I'm opening up a 3D Studio Max version. Let's see if it works. And then we've got, maybe we can go over, so what we'll do in a minute, we'll go over the document. There's a Mario Fernandez. That's the new husband. Come on, just work. Don't say it's missing anything. Just do it. Oh, God. Every time, man. Well, this is something here. Let's see. Hey, that's not too bad. The car isn't working very good, but... Oh, look at that. Is there a... Yeah, I'm going to redo all this crap. I can, if people are interested, I can redo it with the new... I mean, look at this. So this does have the whole thing. It's got, like, let's see. Yeah, none of the cameras are moving. See how it's like... I think it's just an old version that it can't negotiate what these cameras are supposed to do. Yeah, I'll just redo something. I mean, what would be cool is to hear the testimony and then make it, But at least it still had the graphic on there. It's just so much better now. See how this is all 3D here? I can actually get this and have it be similar to this and show the route and everything. I mean, it would look sweet. All right, maybe we should look at this will probably be the thing that we should look at just to get the story, right? This is the Henry Tenon file. You want me to go over this one? This will be like an arrest affidavit. And this will give you information on what's happening. And you can tell me if you guys are interested in me doing the condensed trial version. But hey guys, if you could help support the channel, these massive lulls just make it kind of, like, whew. Let's get back to the old days, you guys. The old days. Seems like the old days are long gone. They're not even old days anymore. They're ancient. Let's see. Let's forget that part. All right, here we go. Immediately before his murder, Brightigan was driving north on Sanctuary Boulevard, a dark residential roadway. Brightigan had just dropped off his twin children. So how did he... Let me just look at this again. So when he got there, when he's driving north, is there a way to, like, you're right here, and if you took this exit and you drove around and you came off like this, can you... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess right here, okay? So if you're right here, you could turn left and then just drive right up this street like this and then go underneath. Yeah, right there. Go underneath right there, take a left, and then you go boom. That sounds like a rational, normal way to go right there. Right? Doesn't it? See, right here you're driving on the highway, and then you get in the left turn lane, you turn and you go through there, and you just drive around, and then you go underneath here, and then left, and then you're right there, taking your right, and then you drive right all the way up to her house, avoiding sort of the busy traffic areas over there. Yeah, I think of that. This case always pops into my head. Thanks, Chris. All right. So that would kind of make sense just doing that. He was driving north on Sanctuary Boulevard. Let's just make sure that that's what that's called. And maybe it's not. Ah, shit. Where's Sanctuary? All right, there. Oh, is that what this one is right in there? I can see yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, so that's Sanctuary Boulevard. And then, yeah, but I guess you'd go north and then you'd have to cut over like that because Sanctuary Boulevard takes you over here and you're just sort of trapped. You know, you can't make it up to that house. So hopefully it says something different here in a second. Okay, let me just start at the top. On Wednesday, February 16, 2022, Jared Brightigan was murdered shortly before 8 p.m. that evening. Brightigan was found lying in the roadway of the 4000 block of Sanctuary Boulevard in Jacksonville Beach, having suffered multiple gunshots based on the evidence at the scene and information uncovered in the subsequent investigation, both of which are detailed in this affidavit. Immediately before his murder, Brightigan was driving north on Sanctuary Boulevard, a dark residential roadway. I remember reading this before. I think they just keep calling it that, even though it actually changes names. Dark residential roadway. Brightigan had just dropped off his twin children, whom he shared custody with his ex-wife, Shanna Gardner, at Gardner's nearby Jacksonville Beach home. Still in the car was Brightigan's 2-year-old daughter from his current marriage. Brightigan and his children had gone out for their routine date night, dinner, and Brightigan and his youngest child were returning home for the evening. I guess so. He went to pick him up and took him to dinner and then brought him back to Shanna Gardner's house. Consistent with the route he normally traveled home, Brightigan turned onto Sanctuary Boulevard, a road he used to access J. Turner Butler Boulevard. This road, unlike the nearby commercial area, is dark and mostly residential with no businesses in the immediate area. Okay, so this is that J. Turner Butler. And this is Sanctuary Parkway over here. But see, Sanctuary Boulevard is the road that he was shot on, except I don't think it continues up. It does go over here, but that's not, you know, when he was right there, he came down like this and then went like that. Because there's no way to get there from, I mean, I don't think so anyways. Is there a... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Sanctuary Boulevard goes around. I guess it's possible, though. Let me look. It goes up to here. I don't know. You're trapped, so you can't get out of here. So that doesn't make any... That's not how it happened. He came down on America Avenue, turned right, and then onto Sanctuary. Same thing on the way in. All right, who's going to do another challenge for me inside the chat there? We need something. We're only at a third of the goal. Brightigan came upon a damaged tire in the road that blocked the path of travel. Analyzing all the evidence in totality, Brightigan stopped his car. So they're saying, I'm not sure what a dumb sentence that is. Analyzing all the evidence in totality, Brightigan stopped his car, turned on his hazard lights, yep, you saw him in that video, and opened his door. Upon exiting the car, he was shot multiple times and died at the scene. His 2-year-old daughter was strapped in a car seat in the back seat. Other than the murderers, she was the only witness to her father's murder. And then there's something darkened out there. Brightigan's wife, KB, spoke to him just moments before the murder. She told investigators there was nothing unusual in that conversation. Brightigan was not armed, and there was no evidence of a struggle. Brightigan's personal items, his wristwatch, wedding ring, phone, money, and wallet were not taken. His car was not stolen, and his daughter was not physically harmed. Trajectory rods and ballistic show that projectiles struck the interior of the vehicle, including metal and glass within feet of where the child was strapped into her car seat in the rear passenger side of the vehicle, an act that reasonably could have been expected to cause physical or mental injury to her. Witnesses advised that the child was crying when they arrived on the scene. Just after 8 p.m., February 16, 2022, Jacksonville Beach Police Department officers arrived on the scene to the homicide. They found 33-year-old Brightigan, Jared Brightigan, dead outside his car. After the scene was secured, police collected evidence and canvassed the area, seeking witnesses and surveillance video. Investigation has included witness interviews, more than 77 subpoenas, more than 30 search warrants, and review of something active cam. These, along with other investigative tools, have led to the identification of the suspect, Henry Tennant. The damaged tire in the middle of the roadway was too large to drive over. Motion-activated surveillance videos around the homicide scene suggests to this detective that the damaged tire was not in the roadway shortly before the shooting. See, this is exactly what I told everybody. I mean, because no vehicle driving on Sanctuary Boulevard were seen swerving to avoid the damaged tire. See, and it's just obvious too, like common sense. You're not going to put a tire in the road and let it sit there for 10 minutes where every Tom, Dick, and Harry car that would drive by might go, oh, let me move this. You only want the person you're going to kill to move that tire. Law enforcement identified the damaged tire as belonging to a 2004 Ford F-150. Is that car that was driving by? F-150 Lariat. The Jacksonville Beach Police Department issued several public advisories seeking information on the suspect truck and the damaged tire, including pictures of both their notices. So that's probably is that vehicle. Isn't that the one that they were talking about? Okay, let me see. God. Man, this. What's the deal with the massive lulls, you guys? It's just getting depressing. No, it is right there, F-150. Okay, I missed that. I was looking for it in the article. So yeah, that vehicle was his, and he was driving right back towards the house. The Jacksonville Beach Police Department issued several public advisories seeking information on the suspect truck and the damaged tire, including pictures of both in their notices. Henry Tennant is a black male, approximately 61 years old, 6'3", and weighs 259 pounds. Tennant has a criminal record in the states of Georgia, Florida, including multiple felony convictions for driving on suspended license, burglary, grand theft, and unlawful possession of firearms. Investigation revealed Henry Tenen possessed a blue Ford F-150 Lariat, matching the description of the suspect truck. Law enforcement began to focus on Tenen as a potential suspect. See, that's the thing, that's why... So this is why I have my theory here, is that he was parked right over here or something. Like, just kind of drove down this cul-de-sac, and then maybe even did like what this car is doing. Just parked right over there. And I don't know if that wall was there at the time, but even if it was, you just hop over it. And you park your car there, and it's kind of hidden from the road, too. And then after they put the tire and shot Brightigan, he got in his truck, and he drove just like this. Turned left, went down here, all the way to the end, and that's when he turned left, and then he goes by... Remember this camera right there, and then another camera right by the police station, which is right there, and then this one, and then look how close he is now to Shanna's house. So these are the, so he drove by this one, and this one, and that's where Shanna Gardner lived. Now I don't know if he was going back to say something or you know what, but I just think that that makes a hell of a lot of sense right there. But hey guys, if you could please help support the channel, I'd appreciate it. My channel relies on you guys. On August 2022, Henry Tenen was arrested on an unrelated felony driving charge. During a custodial interview, Tenen was questioned about the murder and the Ford F-150. Investigation revealed a single link between Jared Brightigan and Henry Tenen, and that is Mario Fernandez. See, that's the husband of Shanna Gardner. Okay, so that's how, so this Mario Fernandez, the husband of Shanna Gardner, actually knows Henry Tenen. So Tenen was a tenant in a home on Potomac Avenue in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's see where Potomac is. Does it make sense to be driving this direction? Potomac Avenue. Okay, yeah, it does make sense though, then. Because he was heading that direction. So I do have him, I've already got him over here. Henry Tenen, right there. And he also lived in these homes too. So 1, 2, 3, different homes at different times. But yeah, so it would make sense that he would go that direction. It's just kind of, well, here's what I would say. All right, this is why I brought this up. Is because why is he still on this street right here? If he's not going over to Shanna Gardner's house. If you're leaving the area, you're going to come up here, get in the left turn lane, get on this highway, and get the hell out of Dodge and make your way over there. Instead, he goes right there on this other street for no reason at all. Passing 1, 2, 3, 4 streets to get you on the highway to get back to your house. Instead, you go to here. Now, it's possible from here he turned right, but why didn't you take all those other ones? So it's more likely that right there he went over to Shanna Gardner's house. See what I'm saying? So this is what I was saying back when we covered this. It doesn't make sense that it seems more likely he's going to Shanna's house because he would have been up here driving on a highway making his way over, clear over here to where he lives. That make any sense to you, or? Yeah, well, do you mind if I go through the documents, Cindy? Man, you just can't help yourself. It's just, it's unreal. Yeah. Whew. Yikes. But hey, guys, if you could help support the channel, I'd appreciate it. Have you guys noticed just watching the show, this massive lull in here? Where here I switched over to a different case, and we're just... Let me know if you're noticing the same thing. Right. Right, but let me answer the questions, okay? We'll get to it. And that's what the super chats are for, you guys. You guys type it in, and you put them up on the screen, and then we can answer questions. It's like every other channel has that except mine. All right, let's see up here. It said, yeah, so he was arrested. Investigation revealed a single link between them. Tenon was a tenant in the home of Potomac Avenue in Jacksonville, Florida, owned by Fernandez Saldana. So he actually owned the home that Tenon rented. Fernandez Saldana is the current husband of Shanna Gardner, Jared Bridegan's ex-wife. Investigation in the Bridegan's background revealed a highly acrimonious divorce from his ex-wife, Shanna Gardner, and a contentious relationship with Gardner and Fernandez Saldana. Affiant received Tenon's financial records from PNC Bank on October 14, 2022. Upon conducting the initial review, 3 handwritten checks were discovered from Fernandez Saldana. Tenon Potomac lease ended in February of 2022, according to Tenon's roommate, Jerry Ordway. During his interview, Tenon denied having any phone contact with Fernandez Saldana after ending his release, except for a single contact in May. This claim was belied by phone toll records, which showed that Tenon and Fernandez Saldana had 35 phone contacts in February, 30 phone contacts in March, and 5 to 7 phone contacts in May and June. The only link between Tenon and Bridegan is Fernandez Saldana. Fernandez Saldana paid the suspect after the murder, minutes after Bridegan dropped his children off at Gardner and Fernandez Saldana's home and began driving his usual route home. A damaged Ford F-150 tire blocked Bridegan's travel, requiring him to stop his vehicle. When Bridegan stopped his vehicle, he was murdered in front of his 2-year-old daughter. Nothing was stolen from the scene. I guess in here it doesn't have the amount of the money, but it said he got 3 checks. All right, so there's that one, and then we also have the one from, well, what's this one? Is this a police report? Oh wow, this is 139 pages. What the hell is this? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Tenons fixes truck. Man, there's tons of stuff in here. I mean, this is huge. Tenen was told there was various items against him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go through that whole thing. I want to do the Mario Fernandez. That thing was 149 pages. I think we must have gone over that before, but so this is the husband. I think this is all the same as that last one. Does it say exactly the same stuff? Tenen was arrested. I mean, it looks like it's upon conducting initial review, 3 handwritten checks were recovered from Fernandez. Phone tool records show that Tenen, yeah, it's like the exact same thing, just given to him. I mean, it's literally the same thing. Is anybody here? I mean, you guys wanted me to do this, and nobody's chatting. You know, like, I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys this. I mean, we are 5 minutes ago, we've had 6 comments in 5 minutes. That's just not, it's not fun for me. Let me know when you guys are interested. Yeah, I mean, nobody else is commenting. I don't think they're interested. Yeah, it's just... I mean, I have no chance of reaching goals when there's no interest in the chat. That's the problem. You know, you guys all seem so, oh, yeah. You know, just so that it would collapse. I mean, it's just crazy. You know, what's the point? You know? I don't know. I'll just do the, if you guys are interested, I'll do the shortened version of the trial and we can watch it. But man, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's Sleepy Sunday. Everybody just sort of... I didn't even know. What is it, your bad, Phyllis? You said my bad. I don't even know what that means. I was talking about the Tyler Robinson one earlier. That you weren't here, obviously, so you missed it. I went through, showed the whole thing. I'll put out a, I don't know. I'll put out a video tomorrow so it can get 600 views, you know. Are you guys even here right now? It just feels so disrespectful, you know? It's like I'm doing a show and nobody can communicate and talk. You know, I'm sorry that I'm not presenting it in a way that makes it interesting for people to comment, but I've explained to you so many damn times that if you're not commenting, nobody shows up. And I don't know what to tell you. You wanted me to switch over to this one, so I did it. It's interesting, but everybody isn't interested. Nobody is. Okay? So, you know, my whole night was thrown off. I was doing the other case. I thought people would be interested in that. And then everybody wanted to switch over to this one. No, but she doesn't need to answer them. Just say, hey, Gray will cover it. I see you now. Yeah, I see you typing now, but look above you. There's only been about, in 12 minutes, there's been about 9 comments. That is insane. Yeah. Cindy is chastisable. She's the one that came in and disrupted the flow of the show, and then I shifted over because everybody was, oh, wow, yeah, tell us about that one, Gray. And then I shifted over to that case, and then this show collapsed too. So it gets really frustrating for me, you know. Right. Listening, enjoying the commentary. Right, Erica. Right. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Right. It's hot and been on the road. Yeah. No, they're not. They're not, Erica. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm looking literally like I can see the time. Right now it is 9:27. There's only been about like 9 comments in 10 minutes, you know. So I can see them all. I'm just trying to let you guys know that if you're not commenting, YouTube just goes, yeah, screw this. Nobody's interested. And that's how I feel too. Because as I'm explaining things, I don't see anybody going, oh, wow, yeah, look at that, you know, or anything. It's just, I don't know. And what do you say, chastise, Phyllis? I mean, I don't know why you're throwing that in there. I just said she does this all the time in here, okay? I never get to the thing because she likes to be first. She told us that. I have had these kind of conversations with her a million times. Are you guys interested in doing the shortened version of the trial on this one? I didn't know who asked anybody any question. Yeah. So it's the ex-husband that's on trial, right? And what are they going to use? The other guy as a witness? Tenon? Because I thought he took back his guilty plea. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. Oh, I made this one too. What do you guys think of that? Gray's Gulag. I think that's pretty good, you know. Have like a menu over here and I'm in prison. It's better than my old prison, I can tell you that. It's more comfortable. Yeah, I got to put some kind of a link over on the right-hand side though. I don't know. We got fires going on. I don't know. That's okay, Cindy. I'll look at it later. Thanks, Brandy. Said, wait, that's not the one. Hey, Gray, how are the fires out your way? I haven't really been following them. There's been smoke all over the place. You know? Nah, I don't know if that's what it was. I thought he took it back for some other reason. I remember. Let's see, what was his name? Henry Tenon? Henry Tenon. You guys like my prison? Let's see. Oh yeah, changes plea to not guilty. Remember that?
Mr. Tenon, are you seated?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was back in it was 5 months ago. So maybe it was something like that, I guess. I guess you guys don't like it. Yeah. I didn't hear from Phyllis if she liked it or not. Yeah, I went over as much as I'm going to go over. I think what you heard was exactly all the stuff. They had a contentious divorce. They obviously, shared custody of the two older kids. He would do the same routine each time. So they planned on putting a tire in the road when he was driving, so he'd get out to move it, and then it was shot. And then, obviously, there was 3 people involved. One is Shanna, I would imagine, got a hold of her ex and said, okay, he's leaving now. And then the ex probably communicated with Tenon saying, okay, put the tire down, he's right there. And then after that, he drove away. And, you know, they've unraveled the whole thing. Unraveled the whole damn thing. Yeah, this is what I used to have as a jail cell. But notice how nobody bailed me out of this one. Your speed metal drumming. What the heck? Yeah, well, I got to figure out some way where, like, when somebody... I guess it would just be if you guys said... I could put a list of stuff up there, and then I have, like, an image of it or something that I animate onto the screen. You know, like toilet paper or a soap on a rope. Something like that. Your speed metal drumming. Well, I guess it's not a good prison since nobody even thought of bailing me out. That's what you'd think, Roger, but sure isn't treated like that. I can tell you that. I actually figure shit out here, and nobody cares, man. It's sensationalism wins the day. Thanks, Roger. I don't know, I'm just stressed out. Man, it's just really stressful. Yeah. I don't know, Marty. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But at least you guys are here, I guess. That's a good sign. Maybe I should make bots for asking questions or something. Maybe that'll be a good thing to do. Maybe I'll change my whole bot thing just to ask questions. Instead of saying, hey, buy a winter coat in the middle of the summer. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea, huh? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. No, I didn't see that. He hit 3 home runs in one game, his first game ever? That's crazy. That's got to be a record, right? Yeah, that's what I think too. That works for me. I remember that line, Marty, from the movie, it says you're among friends, was from My Bodyguard. Remember that? Not My Bodyguard. Not The Bodyguard, but My Bodyguard. Remember that movie? Back in the day? Linderman. Yeah, I think it works. Doesn't my link work? Because it says something. You just have to say send and then you fill it out. Yeah, it looks like it works. Anybody here? You still there, Marty? Anybody? Anybody at all? Make like a little picture frame or something. Well, now you guys are trying to steal our blazers, Phyllis. I don't think so now. I think now that the funding's in there, that now I think the new owner was trying to get it so that the funding didn't happen, but now it's happened. He's like, okay. No thanks, Erica. No thanks.
She holds a cardboard map of places she's not been, tracing edges where a missing corner should fit in. Fingers find the tears where courage starts to fray. Nights unravel slowly, daylight miles away. She whispers to the ceiling when the world goes quiet, opens up her palms and lets the small sparks fly. She's living a nightmare, doesn't know where to turn, trying to find the answers, feels the ache in her heart burn. She looks to God and finds a steady hand to hold, a softer kind of mercy written in the cold, sewing up the rips with threads of worn out grace. She'll keep the faith and let her light find its place. The mirror shows a stranger who remembers how to breathe. Underneath the tremor, hope prepares to leave. She's living a nightmare, doesn't know where to turn, trying to find the answers, feels the ache in her heart burn. In the quiet of the morning, she begins to understand. Pieces shift like starlight, settling in her hands. Every scar a story, every loss a kind of prayer, weaving all her gold around the people who are there. Soft as a secret, gentle as a hymn, she gathers up the fragments, lets the daylight in. She's living a nightmare, doesn't know where to turn, trying to find the answers, feels the ache in her heart burn. She'll keep the faith and let her light shine, weaving her gold around the souls she meets.
Wait, what happened? Oh. Just stop playing. I like that song. That's a pretty good one. That'd be cool to have like a whole Celtic section. I don't have a playlist yet. I think I'm gonna make like a video. I don't know. I might do a whole different channel or something with just sort of like the music playing and the ambient, you know, all the different songs that we come up with playing with like a fire and a, you know, just sort of like this, you know. I think it'd be sweet. I think it'd be awesome, you know. There's a whole genres out there. Ada is doing stuff like that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Anyways, I'm sorry I just get so frustrated in here some nights, you guys. I don't want to feel that way, but that's just how I feel, you know. You know, so I don't mean to, you know, seem grumpy or whatever. It's not like I come into the show hoping to feel grumpy. I feel like I'm just, I don't know. Just the way it is, I guess.
Night breeze on the windowsill. I count the stars like faces I can't touch. Morning folds its map across the room. I trace the places where your laughter used to be. Coffee cools beside the photos on the shelf.
You don't have to worry about it.
Wonder which road took
We just don't have any,
us to
there's no
leave
cases right
from
now, you
me.
know? The big ones that I get in and put out the good stuff.
Shadows keep the questions that I can't unlearn. Echoes hold the stories I still hate to earn. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love and to glow. I find it wise to find the time to know and
I'm
to
skipping
feel
around.
their love and to glow. Letters in the corner
What's going on with the audio?
smell like distant rain. Names in my pocket are maps I never read. I talk to empty chairs and wait
Seems like there's like a memory issue or something. Skipping around.
for answers back. Wishing on the corners of a life I can't retrieve.
See that right there?
If memory's a river, I keep diving in to catch the little truths you left inside my skin. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love and to glow. I find it wise to find.
Hold on a second. That's crazy. I wonder if it's like ah! Maybe if I start it up again. Let's see. Almost seems like it. That's crazy. I wonder if I have to open it up if I use a different this one. It's not a singer, it's AI. Weird. I wonder what the memory issue is here. Oh. Get rid of that. Maybe I have to get rid of that off the screen or something. Hey, there it is. Ah, a scotch. Actually, it was whiskey. That might be what it was. Let me see if this thing needs to be installed. here. Starting to affect the whole audio. Why do you think that is? You guys hear that? Now it's even the fire isn't sounding good. We'll see. Marty said he went to Vegas once to see, watch him race. Got all geared up. Jacket went for $200. Wore it once, and just last month gave it to a church clothing drive. I wonder if that was it, this install thing. Let's see. Do we hear any other audio issues? Hey, look at that. This account, man. Where have you been? Haven't seen you in a million years. How's everything going for you? What's using up the memory in here? It's weird. Yeah. It's weird. How about right now? Seems like it's working better right this second. Let's see.
Night breeze on the windowsill. I count the stars like faces I can't touch. Morning folds its map across the room. I trace the places where your laughter used to be. Coffee cools beside the photos on the shelf. I wonder which road took the best of you from me. Shadows keep the questions that I can't unlearn. Echoes hold the stories I still hate to earn. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love and to glow. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love and to glow. Letters in the corner smell like distant rain. Names in my pocket are maps I never read. I talk to empty chairs and wait for answers back, wishing on the corners of a life I can't retrieve. If memory's a river, I keep diving in to catch the little truths you left inside my skin. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love glow. Maybe they're under all the quiet that I fear. Maybe they're humming in the songs I still hear. I close my eyes and reach through the distance and the years to hold the peace of all the people I held dear. Softly I call their names into the night. Fingers on the map, trying to bring them into light. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love and to glow. I find it wise to find the time to know and to feel their love and to glow. Night breathes on the windowsill. I leave the light on, hoping somewhere someone feels the same and keeps me on.
Parked my ride outside of Marty's Bar and Grill. Woke up to a tow truck and a sky gone still. She said her name was over when the jukebox fell. Left with a suitcase and a cigarette shell. I lost my car at Marty's, lost my girl and my pride, lost my wallet, lost my phone, nothing left on my side. Lost every game of pool, and my luck ran out like a bell. Lost more than I wanted, but I found Jesus in that Wisconsin jail cell. Tried to catch a memory at the corner of the bar.
GHI with whiskey.
Crooked shot left my heart on the felt scar. Friends were half smiling, the night felt thin as a thread. Stumbled into trouble with a head full of lead. I lost my car at Marty's, lost my girl and my pride, lost my wallet, lost my phone, nothing left on my side. Lost every game of pool, and my luck rang like a bell. Lost more than I wanted, but I found Jesus in that Wisconsin jail cell. Fluorescent light and a Bible on the sink. Cold metal bench held more answers than I think. Prayed with a laugh and a cigarette smell. Redemption came quiet in a county hotel. I lost my car at Marty's, Lost my girl and my pride. Lost my wallet. Lost my phone. Nothing left on my side. Lost every game of pool, and my luck tolls like a bell. Lost more than I wanted, but I found Jesus in that Wisconsin jail cell. Parked my old mistakes by Marty's neon swell. Lost a lot on the way, but I found something to tell. Lost every game of pool, but I found grace where sinners dwell. Lost my way in the cold and found Jesus in that Wisconsin jail cell.
Yeah, let's hear it for Marty's Bar and Grill. Okay, that was on. Or some beautiful music there by the AI artist Jim. A wonderful song called Marty's Bar and Grill. Now what the song is about is a lunatic named Jim who went into the bar and lost his girlfriend, his wallet, and oh, by the way, while he was inside the bar, his car got stolen out in the parking lot. Now you talk about bad luck. Well, there you have it, okay? Let's see. I'm going to see what this one song sounds like that's rendering currently. Oh yeah, wasn't that crazy with how the pool cue went right through his arm? Yeah. That was funny how that one evolved, that song. You were just doing your little jokes with at the Marty's Bar and Grill, you know. Yeah, I lost my wallet there. I kept capturing everything. Oh, looks like there's more conversation going over on this other screen. I guess this one's... That's about right. Yeah. Oh, that's my phone doing that. Where is everybody? This is Haley's favorite part. She's gone. Yeah, I think my logo's too small. Look how it's not as big as, like... Well, maybe that's right. I guess. I don't know. Okay. You guys are usually chatting. Isn't her attorney Tot Mom's attorney? Shanna Gardner? Isn't her attorney what's his face? Baez? Jose Baez or something? Yeah, so that might be kind of interesting, just that part alone. Seeing if he can pull off another miracle. He's the one that got Casey Anthony off. All right, let's see. Hold on a second.
I went to Vegas once to watch him race. Bought a jacket for the cold night pace. Wore it once and last month I gave it away.
That's Marty's.
To a church clothing drive on a Sunday. Marty, I waited in line for hours for Tony's name. Held a ticket like a talisman in the rain. Kyle Busch was such a great driver, I rooted hard for him. I cheered before he left the scene, before he passed away. I used to watch NASCAR when the lights were young. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson learning how to run. Racing in my blood, engines under the moonlight.
Another classic right away.
In the stands under neon and tire light. Husband loved Gordon, but my heart was racing free for Bobby LeBond and Tony Stewart beside me. Sterling Marlin sparked the wreck that took out Earnhardt that day. So he didn't sit easy in the stories that we say. We argued over numbers and who crossed the line
I don't know what
first.
you're saying, Lisa.
But the roar was our language, the track was our church. Memories like burned rubber stick to my palms. Old helmets, autographed ghosts, and those lucky charms. Racing in my blood, engines under the moonlight. Hard in the stands, under neon and tire light. Husband loved Gordon, but my heart was racing free for Bobby LeBond and Tony Stewart beside me.
It is a good one.
Time takes jackets and the faces in the crowd. It turns loud, cheers to echoes when the lights go down. But I keep that ticket folded, tucked into my coat. A map of where my heart has gone, the roads I used to know. Smell of gasoline and the hum before the start. Vinyl seats and heartbeat, a rhythm in my heart. Racing in my blood, engines under the moonlight. Hard in the stands, under neon and tire light. Husband loved Gordon, but my heart was racing free for Bobby LeBond and Tony Stewart beside me. I went to Vegas once to watch him race. I went to Vegas once to watch him race.
That's wild, man. Isn't that crazy? Like, I was just taking a bunch of your guys' comments. Here's the other version. Let's see if it was any better. It made two at the same time. I bet it'll be the first one.
I went to Vegas once to watch him race. Bought a jacket for the cold night pace. Wore it once and last month I gave it away to a church clothing drive on a Sunday. Marty, I waited in line for hours for Tony's name. Held a ticket like a talisman in the rain. Kyle Busch was such a great driver, I rooted hard for him. I cheered before he left the scene, before he passed away. I used to watch NASCAR when the lights were young, Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson learning how to run, racing in my blood, engines under the moonlight, heart in the stands, under neon and tire light. Husband loved Gordon, but my heart was racing free for Bobby LeBon and Tony Stewart beside me. Sterling Marlin sparked the wreck that took out Earnhardt that day. So he didn't sit easy in the stories that we say. We argued over numbers and who crossed the line first, but the roar was our language, the track was our church. Memories like burned rubber stick to my palms, old helmets, autograph ghosts, and those lucky charms racing in my blood, engines under the moonlight, heart in the stands, under neon and tire light. Husband loved Gordon, but my heart was racing free for Bobby LeBon and Tony Stewart beside me. Time takes jackets and the faces in the crowd. It turns loud cheers to echoes when the lights go down. But I keep that ticket folded, tucked into my coat, a map of where my heart is gone, the roads I used to know. Smell of gasoline and the hum before the start, vinyl seats and heartbeat, a rhythm in my heart, racing in my blood, engines under the moonlight, heart in the stands, under neon and tire light. Husband loved Gordon, but my heart was racing free for Bobby LeBon and Tony Stewart beside me. I went to Vegas once to watch him race. I went to Vegas once to watch him race.
I don't know, which one?
This is the second one. Kind of like that second one better, actually. I know. Yeah, I think I'm going to make this first one, the second one, the one that's sort of... I'll save both of them now. Alright. So I'm going to save over the top of the other one and then download the first one again and just throw it in the... Yeah, let's call that number 2. Alright. That was crazy, you guys. You guys are doing the material, just your conversations. You know? It's pretty random. I don't know who that person is that they're talking about. Somebody jumped in with a really kind of weird comment, you know, like popular actress and philanthropist Hayden something died. I refuse to make a mistake and spread fault. Why put that in there? You know, it's just weird people out there. Did we do Like an Eagle yet?
I kept my lipstick on for strangers,
Did we do this one? I don't think so.
counting pieces of another goodbye.
Come on, give me some more material, you guys.
I walk through rooms of borrowed promises, smile through storms that weren't my own. They took my light, called it their favor, left me learning how to fall alone. I built my armor out of maybes, quiet prayers under city lights. Then you came like a steady sunrise, woke the colors I had locked inside. You lift me up like an eagle, wings of gold. You carry me higher. You show me skies I forgot existed. You lift me up like an eagle.
Hey, a GHI shot of whiskey.
Like an eagle.
Thanks, Haley.
I used to measure love in footprints, trying to fit where I didn't belong. You said my name without a question, made the broken parts feel strong. No more dodging all the thunders, no more hiding from my truth. Your hands taught me to trust the weather and trust the rhythm of my youth. You lift me up like an eagle, wings of gold. You carry me higher. You show me skies I forgot existed. You lift me up like an eagle. Like an eagle.
Right here.
I was a whisper in a crowded silence. You were the chorus that pulled me through. Now every doubt dissolves in daylight. When your breath says I'm enough, I knew higher,
I love that one part where there's that little hum that gets louder, and then boom, it gets really loud. Yeah. I think that's like I'm not sure what you call that, but where is that part? Like right in here? Right there. This part right here. Isn't that awesome, that part? I mean, that's something about that. It's just so good. I'm going to make another Celtic song about the 4 seasons. The good and the bad of each season. I said, write one Celtic song, you know, whatever, with the 4 seasons and the good and bad of each of the seasons. I want to see what it comes up with. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's what you call it. Just kind of, it's sort of it's a way to get it to a different level, and then it must be a technical term.
Night homes in the corners where the bright lights don't reach. They smile like fathers and neighbors on the street. Polished words like honey to drown out your feet. They fold into crowds like a secret that breathes, passing in daylight with pockets of teeth.
A kindness that lingers with a cold in its hold. Echoes of stories that grow darker when told.
Watch the small signs when the velvet voice clears. Look for the shadow that lives near your fears. Silent alarms born from old quiet scars. A skin deep charm hiding rusty bars. You feel it before you name what you fear. A crooked detail that suddenly sticks clear. Eyes below ears, the devil appears. Eyes below ears, the devil appears. Eyes below ears, the devil appears. Mark the small truths that the panic nears. They learn how to kneel and how to bow just right.
Speak like a guardian in the hush of the night.
They glide through families with practiced regret.
Wearing concern like a hand-me-down silhouette.
Listen to laughter that trembles and strains. Notice the hush where the warning remains.
Old stories whisper where the new lie steers. Follow the sign where the silence clears.
Little betrayals tucked in the grin. Patterns repeat where the danger begins. A pulse at the throat, a chill in the ears. Truth's baby step closer, dismissing the years.
Eyes below ears,
the devil appears.
eyes below ears,
The devil appears.
eyes below ears.
The devil appears. Hold to the line where the safety
Disappears. We teach the children to name every name.
to trust their skin, to call out the game.
When instinct speaks loud, let the room come alive.
Pull the curtains and let the old lies die.
Fingers pointed at the smallest detail. quiet courage in the face of the tape. One small voice can unravel the gears of the hidden mouth and the lowered ears. Eyes below ears, the devil appears. Eyes below ears, the devil appears. Eyes below ears, the devil appears. Gather the light when the night draws near. Keep watch by the threshold and sharpen your sight. We name what we fear and we bring it to light. The street still smells like rain and rust. Your jacket on the chair, your name and dust. I trace the hour where the light fell thin, and the man with empty eyes took the shape of him. My nights fold under the weight of the white. I wake with your breath and the echo of lies. There's a knot in my throat I can't untie. I never learned to let you go. 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 The neighbors say the sirens left too soon. They whisper of a price beneath the cold moon. I keep your pictures in the drawer like sin, folded pages of the love that should have been. Days move around me like a room without doors. Every smile is glass that shatters on the floor. How do I breathe when my heart keeps score? I never learned to let you go. 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 I pray sometimes and my hands feel thin. I ask the sky why evil took him. If mercy is a river, why does it run dry? I stand here asking God if he hears my cry. I keep your name like a stone in my mouth. I keep your name like a stone in my mouth. I keep your name like a stone in my mouth. I keep your name like a stone in my mouth. I keep your name like a stone in my mouth. I keep your name like a stone in my mouth. I never learned to let you go. 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 I never Maybe faith will stitch the wound that's mine. Till then I walk with the shadow you left on my soul, praying to God to teach my hands to hold.
Man, you gotta admit, that one's pretty good. It's hard to, like, outrank that one, although it's, it's just, it's like every, what's weird is it depends on the day, which one's your favorite, right? Like, it's crazy how that works. All right, let's see what this one is. This is the new one, about the 4 seasons. There's gonna be 2 versions.
Soft clock hands count the rounds of light and shadow. Streets wear green and every door swings wide. Blossoms tangle up the fence, promises on the vine. Kids run barefoot through the puddles, laughter like a tide. Rain comes sudden, knocks the plans, pollen coats the mind. Seasons turn, the good and the ache. Seasons turn, we mend what the weather breaks. Seasons turn, and we dance through the give and take. Summer burns our edges gold, long evenings full of fireflies, barbecue and radio. The skyline holds our names, nights that melt into forgetting, skin that remembers sunburned skies. Heat wave hollows out of town, the drought steals quiet lanes. Seasons turn, the good and the ache. Seasons turn, we mend what the weather breaks. Seasons turn, and we dance through the give and take. And sweaters worn, leaves like letters from the year. We read them as they fall. There's comfort in the thinning light, and farewells at the dawn. A chill that creeps behind the ribs, the emptying of halls. We count the gifts and tally loss with every turning page. The clock refuses mercy, steady as our age. Winter hushes every street, a white hush on the glass. Hot breath in the doorway, candlelight that saves. Snow lays blankets over hurt, a slow and patient pass. But winter bites the fingers, closes gardens gray. Still the cycle carries on, hearts learn to bend and break. Still the cycle carries on, we rise for summer. Seasons turn, the good and the ache. Seasons turn, we mend what the weather breaks. Seasons turn, and we dance through the give and take. Seasons teach us how to leave and how to stay. I will keep a window open for the light of every day.
This is a different version, so I see how it starts.
Soft clock hands count the rounds.
That's more
of
like
light
Enya.
and shadow. In spring the streets wear green and every door swings wide. Blossoms tangle up the fence, promises on the vine. Kids run barefoot through the puddles, laughter like a tide. Rain comes sudden, knocks the plans, pollen coats the mind. Seasons turn, the good and the ache. Seasons turn, we mend what the weather breaks. Seasons turn, and we dance through the give and take. Summer burns our edges gold, long evenings full of fireflies, barbecue and radio. The skyline holds our names, nights that melt into forgetting, skin that remembers sunburned skies. Heat wave hollows out of town, the drought steals quiet lanes. Seasons turn, the good and the ache. Seasons turn, we mend what the weather breaks. Seasons turn, and we dance through the give and take. Autumn folds the world in amber, harvest carts and sweaters worn. Leaves like letters from the year, we read them as they fall. There's comfort in the thinning light and farewells at the dawn. A chill that creeps behind the ribs, the emptying of halls. We count the gifts and tally loss. With every turning page, the clock refuses mercy, steady as our age. Winter hushes every street, a white hush on the glass. Hot breath in the doorway, candlelight that saves. Snow lays blankets over hurt, a slow and patient pass. But winter bites the fingers, closes gardens, graves. Still the cycle carries on. Hearts learn to bend and break. Still the cycle carries on. We rise for summer's sake. Seasons turn, the good and the ache. Seasons turn, we mend what the weather breaks. Seasons turn, and we dance through the give and take. So let the seasons Seasons teach us how to leave and how to stay. I will keep a window open for the light of every day. Soft hair.
Hold on. Why is it playing? Oh yeah, over here.
Soft hairline, thread of silver light. A breath, a hush, and then the night. A string of paper hearts on a thin wire, trembling like a secret about to expire. Fingers fumble, the clasp slips free. One by one they loosen, fall from me. Slow at first, like rain on glass. Tiny echoes of the life we had. Plink, plink, plunk, the hearts hit the ground. Little metal bells without a sound. Thunk, thunk, thud, the echoes roll around. A string of hearts hitting the ground. They kiss the pavement in a scattered line. Crimson confetti, a low design. Each small throb, a syllable of pain. We built our music from the broken chain. Listen close to the hollow drum, where every tenderness has come undone. Plink, plink, plunk, the hearts hit the ground. Little metal bells without a sound. Thunk, thunk, thud, the echoes roll around. A string of hearts hitting the ground. Shiver of silver, a clatter of hope. Tiny dominoes that tumble and elope. Underfoot, the chorus finds its mouth, turning all our ornaments into south. Clink, 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 the hearts hit the ground. Little metal bells without a sound. Thunk, thunk, thud, the echoes roll around. A string of hearts hitting the ground. One last plink, a last soft sigh. The string is empty under the sky. The empty chair keeps a steady conversation. The clock takes blame into the corners of the room. We set a plate and call your name out, so we fold the laundry in the shape of who you were. There is a photograph that never learns to smile. There is a laugh that breaks and stays inside our mouths. Nights are long and the streets keep swallowing light. We trace the maps of days that you won't come back on. Carry me forward on the hush the birthdays that we do without a funeral song that taught the sun how to be quiet. Evidence of you lives in the ordinary things. A coffee cup, a winter coat, the shadow of your rain. We keep the questions like glass inside our bones. We learned the way to forever in the slow hours. Carry me forward on the whisper of your name. Carry me forward through the rooms of the rain. Keep the line between breathing and giving breath. Carry me forward, carry me past the edge. We walk through open doors that close like thunder. We carry fingerprints of you on every tender place. Silence is a drumbeat that remembers your thunder. We are the cartographers of absence and grace. In the quiet we collect the pieces you left. In the dark we read the letters of your name. Carry me forward on the hush of your name. Carry me forward when the world calls me change. But the cold and the questions that never leave. Carry me forward, carry me. We carry the weight like a promise and a scar. We carry you forward wherever we are.
Anyways, you guys, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you to Snow Chris, Tracy Antioch, Phyllis Watson, Sammy, Phyllis Watson. And we had Haley, gifted 5. And then Phyllis Watson, gifted 5. And then Haley, Mylia, Cindy, Haley again, Jim Lawn, bunch of jewels being sent in, Brandy, Roger Smith, Erica, Bill Swatson, Lisa Valenzuela, Haley, Timothy Cecil, and Marty. So thank you, Marty, for your challenge earlier. I think that just your challenge in that I think made up over half of what the whole channel brought in. Just that one moment in time. Didn't reach the goal. Didn't even make 50% on the YouTube side. But hey, you know, it's just the way it is. Yeah, we've made a bunch of songs about that, Chris. Anyways, alright you guys, thanks for being here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Cecil didn't even, oh, he finally responded, okay.